Love, light, and blessings. This is Shamanic Awak Priestess here. And the point of this video, or the reason that I'm wanting to make this video, is because I wanted to have a discussion with you guys about what mediumship means to me and my thoughts on mediumship. Okay. But before I get started with this week's topic of the video, I wanted to just make a quick little announcement. So I am perfectly aware of what's going on in Haiti. And even though I have been wanting to make a um, episode of Haiti and their voodoo and Haitian voodoo and episode 2 of the diaspora, I have again delayed the making of that video because of recent events. Okay, so if you're not aware, the president of Haiti was assassinated. Haiti also has recently suffered a massive earthquake. It's been almost 2,000 people that have lost their lives. And so this is personal to me. For those of you that don't know, I practice Haitian voodoo. Okay, I am just as devastated when Puerto Rico had Hurricane Maria and the devastation. It has been very discouraging watching the comment sections when the Hurricane Maria happened and now with Haiti. And you have all these very religious people talking about, well, if they would give their life to Jesus and the voodoo and blaming voodoo and all the things. So it's just been very mentally tolling on me. This also affects me directly because I practice Haitian voodoo with Haitians that still have family within the islands that cannot, like, they have not been able to still contact some of their family. Some of them have lost family members. I'm also connected with people, whether you like him or not. The president that got assassinated, I know people that know him personally, that grew up with him, that also lost a friend that was very close to the president, the president of Haiti that got assassinated, and they're devastated. I have people in my life that again have lost family members. I also have 3 families that I sponsor there. And I help put their children through school. And, every time you guys book a reading with me, a certain amount of that money goes into charity work for Haiti. I give the money directly to certain families because donating to Haiti becomes very complicated because there's so much government corruption that a lot of times the money isn't actually given to the people that need it the most. A perfect example of that was the Clinton Foundation. All that money that was donated through We Are the World when they had their last earthquake back in 2010, I believe. A lot of that money never actually was given to the Haitians. A lot of the Haiti, the part of Haiti that was hit by that earthquake wasn't. It's still broken today. We're talking about over 11 years ago. And so, because of that, and understanding that a lot of times the money doesn't go directly to the people that need it, I like to donate directly to people that I know, or organizations that I know are actually good, and things of that nature. So, I'm not going to be putting any links on this video because I'm going to vet to make sure that 100% of whatever donations I'm able to collect and get and money that I myself am going to donate actually goes directly to the people. I have gotten in touch with an organization that I have worked with in the past. She is very honest and transparent about where the money goes. She has connections. She is from Haiti, you know what I'm saying, and lived in Haiti and has a big love for Haiti and has connections, with people in power in Haiti and all the things. She actually is planning to give 100% of the proceeds to the Haitian people. Like she's going to start a collection. She's going to let me know when it's actually open to taking donations because she's also had lost and she's just trying to get in touch with her family and all the things. Okay. But once she gets that going, because I just talked to her yesterday and I've been in touch with her, she's going to give me the information of where you guys can donate, and she's planning to live stream. So basically, when you guys donate, she is going to live stream because she's going to fly into Santo Domingo. And then from there, because she doesn't need supplies, she needs like the money to buy the supplies from Santo Domingo because she's not going to be able to take all of that in a plane. And then directly give it to the people, which one of the biggest needs are like, fresh water, medical supplies, tarps, and things like that. So I'm going to make those links and stuff like that available to you guys as soon as I can. And that way you guys can donate and know that your donations are actually going to the people that were directly affected by this earthquake, the actual victims of it. And she's going to be, like I said, live streaming and all the things. I might even have her, if she has time, possibly come on the channel, have like a chat and you guys can ask questions and all the things. So definitely look out for that. But I feel like if you have loas, if you love Haitian voodoo, if you love the Haitian people, like this is the time for the spiritual community to stand up and show love. Haitians already get demonized so much by Abrahamic religious people, always blaming voodoo for tragedies that happen in Haiti when they don't acknowledge that Christian countries also have tragedies. We get disasters here in America too. The only difference is Haiti doesn't have the money to rebuild like we do here in the United States or in or in Europe, and Britain or the UK and stuff like that. Haiti is a very impoverished country, and it's just really sad that people can't even humanize tragedy. So I wanted to let you guys know that I'm aware of what's going on. It's why I haven't made the episode 2 of the diaspora, because it's too raw and it's too emotional. I myself am going through my own things with that, because I do still have people that are in the actual island there or having family. So I am aware of that, and that's why I've been making a lot of not so intense videos lately, because it's taken a toll on my mental health. And for me to stay sane and be able to help you guys spiritually and all the things, I can't talk about Haiti in the way that I want to at this time. So I am hoping that I'll be able to record that video next week. Today's video is going to be, like I said, my take on mediumship, okay? So basically, I do believe that people can contact spirits, okay? So for me, mediumship means more than one thing. So a lot of people think of mediumship as contacting the dead. I do too. But I also believe that mediumship also accentuates ancestors, yes, and family and people in spirit world, but also when we're talking to guides like angels. It also extends to when I talk to Loas and Orishas, goddess energies, things like that, because they also, in my personal belief system, live in the world of spirits. I feel like the ancestors are with them, whether they're in purgatory or they're with, in light, however that person is, right? I feel like because I work with Loas and Orishas and all these things, they have that connection with our passed away ancestors and family members and all the things. So that to me is what mediumship is. So I do offer mediumship services. So energetic readings is pretty much I'm channeling, and my guides through mediumship are letting me know what spiritual conditions you have and ways to treat those things, what imbalances you may be having, if somebody's crossing you or hexing you. So that's a way that I use my mediumship. Then I have the spirit messages, which is a mediumship reading, but it's not like, oh, I want to contact my Uncle Bill and see. I don't work my mediumship that way. I have personal beliefs. I don't channel anybody like purposefully. My mediumship abilities are the best, most accurate, most deepest connection is when I could be doing a regular tarot reading, or I could be doing a spirit message reading, and your loved ones will come through naturally. It might not be the person you want to hear from. It might be the person you want to hear from, and things like that. So basically what I mean by that is I could be doing a tarot reading, and then all of a sudden, like, I'm like, oh, there's like a grandmother figure here or something, and then they'll give you a message. Like, that's happened to me very organically. So I think, like, I like to work with my strengths. My biggest strength is organic mediumship, where, like I said, the spirits just come through naturally. Outside of like my guides and stuff, we have a working relationship. So my spirits are always with me. But when it comes to other people's family members and things like that, I just feel like they come through organically, because not every family member is going to like who you hire to channel them. And that person might have bad intentions. They don't like that person's energy, so on and so forth. So they may not want to be hosted in that person's body, or they may not want to communicate with that person. There's some people that just don't want to be communicated with either. And it's also like a safety reason why I do more of an organic mediumship. it's also because, okay, I've had experiences where people have racist relatives and they have come through in a reading and have been very upset that I'm the person that's giving their message. And then the person be like, yeah, Uncle Bill was like that. And I'm like, why did you pick me out of all people to do mediumship to a racist person or whatever, or an angry person? Or you have spirits that are just gunky, bad energies, and the client won't tell you that. And then all of a sudden, now you have a spirit that's trapped in your house, that's angry, that hasn't accepted their death, that's wreaking havoc. I got to do a whole house blessing and exorcism and all the things, because not all spirits on the other side have their best intentions. So the safest way that I practice mediumship for myself, and I've been doing this for 16 years, is actually just letting the spirits come to me naturally, outside of my ancestors and stuff that I'm always in constant communication with. Um, and my mediumship, like, there's been times when I've done like readings where somebody, maybe they get hunted. I'll have spirits, they'll be mad, like they'll make like the internet not work, or they try to intimidate me because I have a message to give to somebody and that spirit doesn't want me to give it to them. And so they'll try to intimidate me, but I already have my protocols and my protections and my prayers and my guides set where I could just cast that person out of my home. Because a lot of spirits are angry when you tell somebody how to get rid of them, if they're having like a house hunting and stuff. I have gone to people's homes and have been able to communicate with spirits in that way as well when they have house huntings, whether it's through playing cards or tarot or nothing at all, because they'll just directly talk to me. Mediumship is for me like, I'll either see pictures, they'll show me pictures in my mind's eye, or I'll get sensations, like I'll get the chills. I can hear them whispering because I'm very clairaudient too. And I'll hear like white noise and words between the white noise. And then I'll say things and the client's like, yeah, that's very relevant. I know who you're talking about. Or sometimes I'll use like my pendulum. So different things. I love when spirits come unexpectedly, because it's like the person will go into the reading and they're like, oh my God, like my child that's passed on, or, oh, I'm getting a ringing in my ear. There's another spirit around me right now. My grandmother, my grandfather, all these things. So I forever have spirits with me. Like, I'm actually feeling a spirit in the video right now on this side of my body. And so I live in the world of spirits. It's why I have a spirit room, because I just be like, stay in there. I've learned how to control my gifts and stuff, so I'm not like being possessed and always like channeling things, because I have been in random situations when I'd be like, hey, did you have somebody that died? And they'll like come through and give a message or whatever to like random people. So I've learned not to do that and freak people out. But yeah, so yes, I have a spirit message reading. Sometimes it's your spirit guides that might come through, or it could be a family member. So I tend to set up those readings where whoever wants to come through me comes through me. And it's just, a lot of people love it because it'll be like unexpected, organic. And I was wondering what happened to this person, or somebody gets closure, like I'm in peace, or there could be a spirit that kind of needs your help. They need you to pray for them because they're kind of trapped on earth, and things like that. Sometimes they'll have really distant ancestors that come through, and they just want you to bring them somewhere so they could have peace, or they have a message of good things coming through, or new babies, or it's just been a really beautiful experience. It was definitely a gift that I did not like at one point. I felt like it was more of a curse than a gift, but I love doing that. I use my mediumship too when I'm doing exorcisms, house blessings, all the things. I'm constantly communicating with spirits and stuff like that. I also do offer a spirit court investigation. That's also a form of mediumship, because I go through your ancestor. People that have done the reading with me know what I mean by that. And I'll be in contact with a certain spirit guide, a certain ancestral spirit, and they give me all the information that comes forward. And things of that nature. Past life readings are a form of mediumship, because I'm in contact with people that you have made cross paths with in your past, and they're revealing what type of past lives you have, how that is significant in this lifetime, in this incarnation. So I'm constantly doing mediumship readings, even outside of spirit messages readings. I just tend to, for me personally, the best way that I can work with this gift is organically. Like, I don't like to do sessions where somebody will book and be like, this is the person I want to contact, because sometimes those spirits don't want to contact you. Sometimes those spirits are not in a place to contact you. Sometimes you could disrupt their journey. Everybody takes their time. When some people die unexpectedly and they're not ready to talk to you, they're still trying to like make peace with it. They're no longer with us. They still haven't transitioned. So I don't want to interrupt anybody's journey. That's how I learn mediumship. I have a big respect for the spirits. I also work mediumship when I work La Mesa Blanca, so the white altar, when we do community rituals, and the spirits would choose one of the mediums to be a host, and they start like prophesizing and telling people and things like that. What, just random people, like, hey, you're going through this, somebody's texting you, somebody from the other side wants to contact you, and things like that. So I do those types of community services as well, and group sessions and things like that outside of YouTube as well. So mediumship is like a very big part of my life. It's why I have like countless paranormal stories. I have a paranormal video I will be making, guys. I know you guys will love that. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about how I see mediumship, and how for me personally, and it's not an ethics thing, because I'm so sick of the ethics conversations already. People try to hinder you, like, oh, you shouldn't do tarot for fortune telling, you shouldn't do this and that and the other. I'm a fortune teller. I predict the future. I give you time frames. I do third party readings. I have always done what I wanted to do, because like I've said a million times already, your belief system is your belief system, but there are actual cultural histories and cultural ties, and what you may seem unethical may be ethical to another culture. And I'm looking at divination from a Puerto Rican Haitian perspective, okay? And everything that people talk about that's not ethical, I don't resonate with it. I don't care about it. That doesn't mean anything to me, because I respect your opinion, but at the same time, it doesn't change mine. And that's another reason why I made this video. If you have the gift of telling the future and channeling people's thoughts, use it, because we help a lot of people. There's a place for everything. There's a place for uplifting, spiritual counseling, psychological readings, self-development, reading for yourself. But there's also a place for fortune telling, psychic abilities, mediumship, contacting loved ones, pick a card readings, all the things. I feel like we all have our different gifts, and we all give it to the world different. So never be afraid to be your authentic self. Mediumship is something like, because I had my world that I grew up in, and then I had the physical world that says you shouldn't be doing that, that mediums exploit people, they take their money and all that stuff. I do it organically. I have done it. If I have a message, I give it to you, whether it's in a reading or not. So I'm not becoming a millionaire off of it. It's very draining. Okay. I use my mediumship too when I practice shamanism, and I'm healing somebody spiritually and doing energy work. That also, my mediumship plays into that a lot, because I'm contacting spirits and they let me know what's going on with the person. They may have loved ones that come through that session as well. So mediumship is a very big part of my life. Is why I have such a connection with Rider-Waite Smith. I work with a lot of spirits from the 1800s and 1900s, and to them, this is what tarot is. So I had to finally realize that the reason why I don't connect with modern tarots, I love them, it's mostly to do with the spirits that are in communications with me in a reading, and that work with me on an everyday basis. Like, there's just certain tools or things that they connect with more. So I respect that about them, and so I just work with things that speaks to them, and they speak through me. So yeah, guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. Please share your thoughts on the comment section. Please like, please subscribe, please comment below. And again, I will be letting you guys know in a future video, probably next week. Hopefully by next week, I am going to make the Haiti diaspora episode. And I think on that video, I'm going to put the links and stuff to the organizations that I'm personally going to work with, to make sure that the money goes directly to the Haitian people, so that we could rebuild Haiti bigger and stronger, and help our people that brought the beautiful, rich culture of voodoo into the Americas. And for all the contributions that Haitians have done during the slave revolts, they helped to free a lot of the Caribbean islands, Latin America, and things like that. A history that a lot of people don't talk about. They're the first nation that was literally built on slaves that freed, enslaved people that freed themselves. And they have always tried to keep my island down. But Haitian people are resilient. We're used to the world being against us. We're used to the world demonizing us for our indigenous beliefs. We will rise up. It will be okay. They're always in my prayers. I know that the ancestors, there's a bigger purpose to everything that's happening. And sometimes I may not understand it. I know that I do believe in God, so I know that the God that the people speak about on the comment section isn't the God I believe in. Other cultures believe in God too, not just what your interpretation of God is. And I know that God, they are watching over the Haitians, and they're going to help the Haitians rise up. But prayers and intentions are good, but they're nothing without acts. So I also believe in acting, not just sending prayers and healing prayers, but actually doing what I can to help. Even a dollar goes a long way. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. And just know that if you book me within the next 30 days, a certain amount of those proceeds will go to Haiti. It'll be, I'm going to give anywhere from 5 to 10% of my earnings for next month to the Haitian people. And I'm still going to keep up with the 3 families that I donate to as well. Much love, much light, much blessings. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. And until the next video, please like, please subscribe, please comment below. And if you want to work with me on a one-on-one basis, shamanic.priestess.com. The link is also down below to my website.